Kristen DiMera has signed a confession claiming she was the one who shot E.J. DiMera, believing that taking responsibility will protect her daughter Rachel from the consequences. However, this sacrifice has the potential to create even bigger problems rather than solving them. Rachel already hated being forced to testify in court, especially with the fear that her words could have sent Johnny DiMera to prison. Once she learns that Kristen has confessed to being the shooter, she will likely feel misled and betrayed. From Rachel's perspective, her mother not only lied but also allowed her to carry the heavy burden of testifying, which nearly resulted in Johnny's incarceration. This will leave Rachel filled with confusion, anger, and a sense that she was manipulated. Even if Rachel lashes out at her mother for lying, her love and deep emotional need for Kristen will remain. That's why the thought of another separation caused by Kristen going back to prison will be unbearable for her. Rachel has already experienced long stretches without her mother when Kristen was locked up before, and she struggled with Brady's relationships during that time. The idea of her father moving on and possibly marrying someone else while Kristen is gone again would reopen old wounds and fears of having to deal with another stepmother figure. The other complication is that Kristen's confession will not erase the truth forever. Rachel's repressed memories of pulling the trigger are bound to resurface eventually. When that happens, Rachel will be forced to face not only the reality of what she did but also the fact that her mother tried to cover it up by sacrificing her own freedom. Instead of feeling relieved, Rachel could be overwhelmed with guilt and self-blame, believing that her actions ruined her mother's life. In the end, Kristen's intentions are good, but the sacrifice could cause more psychological harm to her daughter. Rather than sparing Rachel from pain, it might lead to deeper scars, resentment for the lies, grief from another separation, and guilt once the truth comes back to her. What Kristen views as an act of love could actually do far more damage than healing, leaving both her and Rachel to deal with the fallout.